What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to Broken Sword. Apologies for any audio issues in the last one. My dumbass forgot to press record on Audacity. Actually, no. I kind of realised that I didn't press record. I pressed stop. I thought it was a record button for some stupid reason. Anyway, thankfully I saved it here when I did, because I found the thing that we were missing, and what we needed to do was talk to Lady...
Hi, ma'am.
Piermont.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
We forgot to tell her that we showed the ID to the clerk, and he wouldn't give us the stuff for Merlin. So this is what I actually forgot. It was just this. I managed to find it when I was walking through. Thankfully, I saved it just before.
Would you like to keep Merlin's pass as a memento?
No, darling. My broken heart is reminder enough.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
So now this advances the story. Again, like, check everything. Because there's always something that you've overlooked.
In the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
One moment while I saunter off to go get Merlin's package.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Then I will saunter back and give you his
Voilà,
package.
monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
So,
Thanks.
now we have a manuscript.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay. Now, this is the point where we have to go upstairs and drop it out the window. Because if we try to go outside, the gangsters will take it off us. Because I believe that's what they're looking for. So, head out the window, George. Get your package out and drop it on the side.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Sweet. Yeah, my mouth tastes wrong. I've just had a bacon sandwich. Sandwich? I've just had a bacon sandwich. Yeah, yes. I've just had a bacon sandwich. It tastes like fags. Cigarettes. But I don't smoke. So that's kind of weird. Ha! You will get nothing from
Hold
me.
it right there. Search him again.
Yeah, we've been through this about 20 times already.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay.
And again, if you'd have come outside with the parchment, they'd have clonked you over the head and stolen it. With the manuscript, not the parchment. What am I about?
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Back in Nico's apartment.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
No, it's much better than that, Nico.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobineau.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. André isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobineau guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Lobineau.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull. even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
I wouldn't want to be a bull either. I don't want to be any animal. Why would you? Okay. Well, the thing for the briefcase is gone. But that's fine.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
To Lobino we go. And cue inspirational music. And stop inspirational music. Okay, Monsieur Kroon. Ah, le tripod.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited. Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No, I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Not today.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
What? What in the world is thaumatology? Never heard of thaumatology.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
That is very sophisticated.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Oh, maybe. And it's nice enough to tell us exactly how it works. I mean, we could be a thief. He doesn't know. And yeah, he goes, oh, how does this work? Oh, yeah, it blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Oh, how do you trigger it? Oh, well, the etc., etc., etc. Not thinking, hold on a minute. This guy could be a burglar. Let's not tell him how the alarm system works. Great conducting there, guy.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Not a sausage. I love your sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on. Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool for lifting drain covers. Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Thanks
Indeed,
for your help.
It is so. Okay, so let's have a gander around. See what he comes
I
up
tried
with.
to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Okay.
The case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin on the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades. There were knives, chisels, and spikes fanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement. I tried to sneak my... Pardon me?
Oui,
No,
monsieur.
I don't want to talk to him. Oh,
What
okay.
can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah oui, they connected the market, cleaned up.
Oui, gonna make it clean up on my way for super.
You don't know the first thing about
I
those
don't even know
pots, do
anything
you?
to say.
No, monsieur.
Of
Thanks.
course you don't.
The
What's
case
in here?
contains some fragments of pottery. They look to me like broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Age Paléolithique. The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read.
Le
The
Palathique.
totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Did I do this one, or was it that one?
I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles. There were knives, chisels, and spikes. I guess there's always been a need.
Okay.
Pardon
Can we
me?
talk to him?
Oui, monsieur?
What can you tell me about the...
Those are remains of the...
Oh, okay, it's just the same thing.
Thanks.
Ooh, what can we do with this?
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
If I remember correctly...
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy. It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
If I remember correctly, we have to hide inside there.
Watch out! You'll have that done on top of us!
The totem pole looked...
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we
There
have
was
to
nothing
hide
in
in there
there.
somehow.
I was no desecrator of tombs. Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian. The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me. It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty. As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
Hey, no! No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not handle the exhibits!
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
What do you make of this?
It is...
I know we have to do something, but what is it? Okay, can't do anything with that. Yeah, we have to get in there, but without him noticing. I can't remember how.
Do you have a fetish about...
No.
I just love the smell of mothballs, I guess.
Do you want anything around here? No.
Pardon
Because all
me.
he talks,
Oui, monsieur?
because all he
I
talks
thought
about is
that is...
pots.
You see... Not...
I guess they must have caused a...
Yeah?
You don't know the first...
No.
Thanks.
And then that's it. Okay, let's go back to Nicole. Nicole. Whichever. Because I believe we have to hide in there somehow.
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Oops. Pulling on my bloody, my headphone wire. Okay, let's go back to Nicole. Go tell her what we... Oh, air report. So we can go to Ireland. Oh, okay. Let's bugger off to Ireland then. Oh, hello. Oh, music. Jesus Christ.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
That was loud. They didn't turn the music down. You'd no idea what to do. Oh, okay.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
Let's speak to this fellow right here.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
My name's George Stobart.
I'm George Stobart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister. A few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
He's been trying to buy drinks.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff, only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids. 10 kids if you count the wives.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Does that film... I go on high-pitched. Does that film actually exist? Because that sounds like a really good movie, and I want to watch that.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No, only...
What?
Oh, nothing.
No. What? Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
So tell me.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking
Kick you straight in the balls.
Back to school.
Oh. There's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Lochmarn. It was Lochmar.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only worst. It was coming from inside the castle.
Ooh, sound like a bloody ghost stories.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but me legs had lost their stuffing.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on me arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
That's not a rational explanation.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry, I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested. Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
Take a look at this, Maguire.
It's an ID card. What of it?
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Work experience course at school. That gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding. Do you recognize this matchbook, Maguire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
Oh, all right.
Gotcha. Neat, huh?
Didn't feel a thing.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Well, at least we finally got some with
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
With the hand thing. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. We will explore the bar, lounge with its food, and then whatever else is up this way, which I guess is going to lead towards the castle. But we'll find out next time. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I will see you all next time. And as ever, bye-bye.